God bless everyone. It is February 3rd, 2026. Hello, Matt. God is always with us. God is within us. And yeah, I wasn't gonna come on. And I'm at a time that I usually don't come on. So I was gonna say something else too. But I appreciate all you guys, all the wisdom, all the comments, all the love. Yeah. And no matter how much chaos is outside of you, it's really just for you to focus on your inner peacefulness. Yeah. And at this time in life, it's really getting crazy on the outside. Yeah. You were actually meant for this. And you're meant to overcome this. Yeah. So that's why all this chaos is going on. Hello, Dawn's Pitch. Phase G, haven't seen you in a while. Hello, Sandberg. Kate. I appreciate that, Phase G. And yeah. Like I said, this was kind of random. This would be part 2 of today. And tomorrow I'm going to be should be on at 8 a.m. Eastern time. Yeah. And I appreciate all you guys. Yeah. So something you can ask yourself to start this off with, are you being a superhero or a super villain? Yeah. You can only really be one or the other. Yeah. Nothing's really on my mind, Phase G. I was just wondering if I was going to go live right now or if I should go to sleep. Yeah. So. And it's just, it's such a blessing to be alive. Yeah. It's really, you have to free yourself from all your problems and all the stuff that really, one, you don't like. and stress yourself. You can be both. Well, being a super villain, that's funny. You guys always crack me up. But being a super villain would feel bad. Yeah. So anything that makes you feel bad are the things you shouldn't be doing. So even the things you don't like to do, okay, they're trying to show you, okay, there's other things that you need to be doing. Yeah. This is how life works. Because if someone in your life makes you feel bad, you are supposed to get away from them. Not keep reoccurrence and keep going with that person. Or if there's something in your life, an activity that you're doing and it doesn't make you feel good, that is the indication. Because if you keep doing what doesn't make you feel good, well, it's going to be more detrimental to your life. You're going to get caught in this trap. And then you're not going to do the things that do make you feel good. You're really not going to have no advancement. Yeah. Hello, Guru Hilf. Hello, Daniel. Yeah. God bless the whole world. And I'll be on tomorrow, probably around like 8 a.m. Eastern time. I usually don't go on at this time. Yeah. Because a lot of times people have a problem and they kind of just like don't do nothing about it, but it still affects them. Yeah. Medicine is in the pain. Yeah. Hello, champ. I don't know the 4 forward principle. Hi, guy. And I knew in a mental institution they had a laugh much like yours. Yeah, I've been laughing like this, laughing all of my life. Yeah. Like, life feels so good. And there's really nothing better than this. Okay? As soon as you realize this, it doesn't matter what you do, because life is the best happiness. Yeah. It's only when you have a problem that you create that it really, now you're affected on the problem and you're not feeling this alive. Because there's nothing outside of this. Yeah. No matter what you go and what you do, you're still going to be inside this body. Therefore, it doesn't matter what you do or where you go, because this is it. People want to think of like reality as something outside of you. No. It's just what you feel right now, this aliveliness. This is everything. And everywhere. It's this aliveliness. And it's literally like floating there. Now, you may have a body, and there seems to be a separation, but no. So God is this presence that's everywhere. Grow some bud, make life better. Where do you stay at Fishing, Hoffman? Okay, thank you, Rob. Thank you, Trumpus. Thank you, Kenneth. Our whole life we want something. And mostly no one's ever told us what we want. You could say through my searching or coming to the realization, this is it. Yeah. Nothing can feel greater than the life that you are. The whole universe, all the galaxies, they stem from this aliveliness. They're all alive. Yeah. So we get caught up into these illusions of mind games, which lose our focus that we're not the center of peacefulness and the best feeling ever. Yeah. What's your opinion on psychedelics? Yeah. Some of them can save people's lives. I've heard just one-time uses, and people heal their depression, usually from medicinal mushrooms. So they're usually cleansers. Yeah. I'm in support of all psychedelics. Yeah. And I have nothing against them. People usually do it to change their way of thinking, because that's what these things do. But the ultimate experience that you're searching for, first of all, is already right here. And it is actually non-thinking. Because when you have no thinking going on, you have no judgments. You have no subjectivity. Yeah. And you see the whole thing clear. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, the less that you think, the more liveliness you're going to feel. Yeah, the thing about psychedelics is you don't need them to be right here. Yeah. And you're always right here during the psychedelics, before and after. Yeah. A lot of people agreed to come, forget we agreed to come here because the world needed to be dark to brought to the light. Yeah, and so this is like the hardest time to this is the one of the hardest lives you can live, because there's just, again, we said this at the very beginning, but all this chaos that's really peaking right now. Yeah. And thank you, Daniel. In this life on earth, you actually, this is one of the places you actually forget when you come here. So when you go to heaven, okay, and even some people can see their past lives in this life, it's the same life, okay? It's the same aliveliness. So it's not a new life, but you were experiencing it in a different shell. Okay. And I know a lot of Christians, they go with this, you only have one life. Yeah. But it explains so much. And but when you come here, you forget a lot of the past. God gave us these great plants to cope with all the bad. Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, yeah, I remember you saying that. What is everyone here trying to get at? We're just trying to feel alive. Yeah, it's what you're always trying to get at. Because what do you want the most? Well, you want to feel the greatest. Yeah. But yeah, so it really just happens through this sense of stillness. Praise God and be thankful for all of this. Yeah, it's all within you. Yes, it is, Daniel. You're really laying it down. You're really laying it down. Let's see. I guess I'll leave it like that. When I was a child, you literally experienced heaven. I believe you. Professing to be wise, they become fools. But you guys talked about it's okay to smoke marijuana. I mean, first of all, it's people do it. Yeah, and I've done it. So shaming someone or telling someone, blaming someone, that's worse. Yeah. So telling people they can't do something that's just really out of your jurisdiction. Yeah. The only thing would be harming other people. Obviously that's completely wrong. And Timothy, if that's how you think and feel, that's totally up to you. That's totally up to you, Timothy. And that's nice you had the out of body experience. What I'm saying though is whatever you think that only really pertains to you. So that's the glory of it. The kingdom of heaven high, and at the time. Okay, well, yeah, it's what comes out that defies him. That is true, Justy. Yeah, yeah. Hello, Sandberg. I don't I don't know if my live lagged. I don't know what that means to judge somebody righteously, Timothy. All other people. Yeah, you said you're from the North Hills, Crown of 12 Stars. Yeah, but I agree with you. It's to love. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. It did lag out. Yeah, I don't know why it lagged out because it didn't lag on my screen. And there were a bunch of people in here and a bunch of comments. I don't know what happened, Sandberg. Yeah. But did he? Why did he put you in hell 5 times, Timothy? Yeah, I don't. He definitely didn't put you in there for smoking weed, and yeah, yeah. Thank you, Lan. That's great that he. That's great that you have a connection with God, Timothy. Um. Hello, Michael, Patrick. Hello, Fresh Supreme. I think the YouTube live was just lagging, so a bunch of people got like booted out. Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. It's all by the fruits of the people, the person. Ananda, yeah. It's really your true nature, yeah. Yeah. Hello, MK, yeah. Thank you, Lan. Thank you, Lan. I should be on tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern time. Yeah. Mike West, did you get booted out of here? Yeah, well, the truth is we're in a paradise right now. Yeah. Yeah, that's the funny thing about it. This life, this goes with you wherever you go. Yeah. Michael Patrick, my body's really messed up, so sometimes I do. Yeah. Hello, Steven. Yeah. But soon, probably not at all. And I actually don't even plan to, like, forever. Yeah, yeah, we're supposed to bring heaven to earth, and that's why we're all here. Again, we're out here to uplift each other. You can ask yourself, am I being a superhero, or am I being a supervillain? And all you have to do is watch your words. Yeah. Are you doing it for yourself? Or are you doing it for God? Is this your own self-desire? Or are you doing this for humanity? All of life? Yeah. What makes you think I'm on Xanax? Because your mind is thinking of something? That discipline, though, is between you and God, not no one else. It's out of anybody's jurisdiction. Even if society imposes or, condemns you to something, it doesn't matter. It's up to you and God. There's no blaming or shaming. Yeah. It's literally up between you and God. You and life. Thank you, Chad Duncan. Yeah. You was out too? I don't, yeah. It did. I don't know why. Because I went on the vegan diet 10 years ago, Crown. This is how I found God, because I was outside of my body for a long time. And the vegan diet, basically my body shut down. And ever since then, I have not been able to eat food every day. And every single second for the last 10 years, I've been perpetually starving. And none of the doctors seem to care or help me. Yeah. And I've even hired doctors. Yeah. So that's kind of how God led me on this path, actually. Yeah, Sandberg, I agree with you. Yeah. Sometimes it's usually people of the Bible or Christians. I'm just being honest. They're the ones that perpetuate me, like attack me. Yeah. So a lot of times, and just in general, it doesn't necessarily have to be with the Bible. People are speaking about something, maybe a quote or a scripture, but they're not living it. Yeah, they have no experience of it. So, and yeah, and that's you smoke every day. Yeah, well, you got to understand, I can't eat food, so even before I got messed up, I was smoking, but it actually wasn't doing anything to me, and I wasn't smoking like all day, or every day or stuff like that. It was funny because it got to a point where I was like, I don't feel nothing from the smoke. Yeah. But when you can't eat, you're not going to be really smoking because yeah. Oh no, the symptoms were way prior Crohn 12 stars. I was literally one day I woke up. It's not even gonna translate to you guys, but one day I woke up outside of my body. So and I could see that I wasn't my body or my mind. God and Jesus and even my mission, that didn't even come for years later. But for the last 9 years, 10 years, I was away from my body. Okay. As if I was like hovering over it in a way. Okay. It's not like I went to the astral world or heaven and I, had that experience. It's not that. The realist experience is actually right here. Yeah. That's a great question. The chick's at? Where the chick at? Change starts inside. Thank you, Len. Yeah. Are you working nights duty? God bless you. Nice to see you. I guess the YouTube just lagged and a lot of people got, into a tornado. Yeah, the kingdom of heaven is with you. We say at the beginning of every live. But someone that was following me that always attacks me, he was telling me, oh, that phrase "kingdom is within you" is taken out of context by people, and he was trying to say that's a Christian was trying to tell me that's not what it means, which yeah, it's funny because one person will be like, oh yeah, and then another person will say the complete opposite. If you want to change the world, start within. Yeah, that's because even when we think of Christ, anytime you experience reality, even if you read about God, it's all coming from within you. Yeah. The greatest thing Jesus wanted you to know is that you are this greatest feeling. It's the feeling of love. Thank you, them turkeys. Yeah. So we usually don't get debates, to be honest. Anne Frez, Arne Frez. Sorry, I'm not sure. I seen you in here earlier. Yeah, a teaser. Why debate? Because I mean, it's to bring people in here, and I love hearing everybody's perspectives. Yeah. Everybody, this is all God's wisdom, and I love hearing wisdom from other people. You know. Thank you about the beard. Yeah, I took the beads out, so the beads are out. Yeah, veganism is no good. I don't support it. I was basically in a coma the last 10 years. So real in reality, if we're talking money and social economics, everybody is ahead of me. But yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? Blows that hurt cleanse away evil. I'm not sure what that means. Hello, no signs of Z. Hopefully you guys ain't lagging anymore. God calls us to preach his word all over the earth. And yeah, that is true. But we have our own selfish desires. And not even though God is always trying to connect with us, he already is. Our desires and own selfish wants, you're not just going to go preach the word of God or even know what life is about. Yeah. Because the only people who don't talk about God or the people who don't know. Yeah. The people who don't feel alive. The greatest thing that you have, what is it? Enmity. The greatest thing is this life. Yeah. So people have to go through their selfish desires before they could ever start preaching any God's word. You think someone's just gonna drop everything they want to do, all the sex, parties, drugs, careers? Nah, yeah. Please say Arnie. Yeah, that's exactly it, Daniel. You're definitely on point. Yeah. I mean, Christ is saving you every time you think about him. So even if Christ showed up in front of you, it's not like he's gonna solve all your problems. It's not like, because you're still gonna have to do your inner work. Yeah. If you're mad, even if Christ showed up in person, you're the one that's mad. He may show you how to get out of it, okay? But Christ can't do the work for you. In a sense. ABI, if you're talking about me personally, when my body shuts down, your whole body becomes numb, becomes cold. Yeah. I'm not sure if you're asking that because I said that. Yeah. But don't think like somebody's going to come down and just solve all your problems. That's the reason we are here, is to solve the problems. Else we wouldn't be here. Yeah. That being said, if you think of God, which is positivity, yeah, then he will assist you through any problems. They won't be problems. Yeah. He'll show you the way. You would still need to lead and follow by example, though. Hello, John Staples. Yeah, food can get real weird. It can get real weird. Hola, ¿cómo está? I agree with you. Thank you, Michael. No, Crown. I actually haven't. Yeah. And I didn't really have any problems physically before the diet. That's true. Crown of 12 stars. I do agree with that. I mean, there's always going to be people that are just talking. It's smoking and starving yourself. It doesn't feel good, babe. You've seen your own suffering as if God held you. Yeah. People eat entirely too much. Yeah, well, some people are eating the wrong foods and not getting the nutrients. So, third person view. Yeah, Yeah, that's a great way of explaining it. Yeah. And I haven't integrated completely back in, so it's I couldn't even. Yeah, it's really hard to relate. Yeah. In fact, I'll even go to say all of reality seemed completely fake to me. Yeah. Out of body experience, yes, I would say so, San. Yeah, that's true, Daniel. That's true. Yeah. Even when I do get to eat something, my body's so messed up because of the diet. I completely like fall asleep. Falling asleep is dying, just to let you know. Yeah, yeah. Because the soul is always up. It's that's how your body runs when you're not up or sleeping. I think I'm really behind on the comments. I'm gonna scroll to the top and hello old wizard. You guys, I guess it definitely was lagging earlier. Let me see. Hold on, I'm scrolling to the top of the comments, so you could ask anything that you want. Are we in the end times? Who? I mean, is Christ coming soon? Thank you for the donation. It's all going to the Lord's works. The end times are just making way for new beginnings. Okay. So whatever fear that they put that this is the end, you're going to heaven. Few are going to hell. Don't worry about those people. um, or you're going with God, heaven, God. It all goes back to God, and that's why you're trying to find Him right now. Is Christ returning in a physical form soon? That's hard to say. You know what I mean? I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, apocalypse just means the lifting of the veil, which, yeah. It's been end times a million times. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, if Christ came back personally, yeah, I mean, I'm sure it would be as wild as hell, like, yeah. But it just because Christ comes back, are you going to stop sinning? Are you going to stop doing sins? Yeah, so it's no, it's no. I know exactly what you're talking about. Um, no, no, I was completely happy. I actually was the happiest I ever was. I conquered all my problems even before this, like all of my emotions. But I know exactly what you're saying. Crown of 12 stars. No, I have no more trauma. It's yeah, yeah. But I know exactly what you're saying. No, yeah. No sleeping on the cross, I imagine. The world is not real. Okay, I'm trying to see the comments. Hello. Okay. No one really said anything. To the guy in the video, have you accepted Jesus Christ? Of course I accepted Jesus Christ, Timothy. I think you're just like fooling around now. Were you eating a lot of soy? I was eating all day. Ever since I went on the vegan diet, I since day one, I was perpetually thought about food more and more and more. And I was eating all day. I was actually getting sick of eating. I was eating all types of food. Yeah. I mean, moderate to a little soy. The country itself is a corporation. Marty time comes from water, so docks and all of that comes from water. Yeah. A lot of our words are sailing words, okay? Yeah. Marty time, compass. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about, Daniel. He would come to me and help me. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. God is guiding you. Yeah. There's also techniques to know God. Actual techniques that are hidden slash ancient. The thing about really finding God is you have to make it your top priority. Yeah. And yeah. God, the thing is also he's speaking to you right now. And you also are alive, which is the greatest. It is the greatest life. Uh, for you to be alive, this is it. Like, yeah. You can't obtain anything else or get nothing else. Yeah. And God, he the way that he's guided you, if you don't know techniques to get to him, he guides you through love. So yeah, he's always calling you. Yeah. Hello, Bridget. It's against God. Yeah. How I don't understand how it's against God, Timothy. If you can show me the passage, I think you're just like trolling around. And it grows naturally off the ground and plant. So it wouldn't make sense for it to go against God. It's very hard to find. You're right, Miss Midwest Mike. Right on the dot. It's very hard to find love from people. Yeah, but you can get it right here. See me as your best friend. See me as a guide. Mary only wants to show you who you really are. If you're running from problems, then no, you shouldn't consistently smoke. That's the problem, is that you're not addressing the root. Yeah. Yeah, nature created. You're exactly right, Bridget. Kathy, well, if you feel his presence now, then you'll always be in his presence, Kathy. God is worryless, and fearless. And so is the real you. Yeah. Your soul is fearless and courageous. But if you have God, the thing is, if you have God on your mind when you die, then that's where you go. Most people are going to heaven. Yeah, only like real evil people, which we don't usually even associate with these people or communicate with them, because yeah, they're not aligned or on our timeline. Those are the people that are going to hell. Hell is blown out of proportion. It's used to really make you fear, the way it's used with hell. Because again, the people that have to hide what they're doing, if you have to hide what you're doing, that means you're in fear and you shouldn't be doing it, right? So these are the people that are going to hell. I've never done any kratom or crotom. The techniques are at fiz.guru. Yeah, they're ancient techniques. Okay. Breathing techniques. Yeah. To clear your mind. And then that's when you feel the presence around you. Yeah. And there, I have the paid course, which is more advanced, and then I have the free course. Okay. They aren't trolls, they are demons that are manifesting. Hello, Gage. That's true. No signs of Z. Well, the life itself, which is God, it's always living. So even though it's the conception of it doesn't make sense to our mind, okay, it's not really supposed to. The feel of life is what's running everything. It's also running your life, and you can feel this your very self. Okay, so the shell and appearances, those die. Okay, so when you see someone die, how do you know they die? Their shell is still there. But the life that you are, once you feel this and stay in the feeling of your life, it's not an emotion. It's not an emotion. It's the feel of life. It's who you are. Okay. And once you feel this, it's really, we'll talk about it in a second, but this is, once you feel this and escape the ideas and ideology, once you feel the life inside of you, this is the eternal. Okay. So to feel this and to feel God, it's simultaneously, you have to slow down. You have to concentrate. If I was going like this, uncontrollably, most people do this in the world. They're just always moving. They're always moving. You're not going to feel God. Yeah. So. He's always right near you because this, we're all in the living, Kathy. We're all alive in God, Christ's body. The whole reality is of God, as if we're living in it. Because, yeah. So. No, it makes sense. No. Yeah. Yeah. No, he's right near you. Yeah. It's actually, you also connect through your breath. So Bible actually means the breath of God, right? Yeah. No, it's I appreciate you, Kathy, and God bless all of you guys. Yeah, God is forever present. And this is why you have to be completely concentrate. Else you're not gonna notice him, or which would be feeling him at the same time. Yeah. Most people are running around. They're walking their dog like really fast. They're thinking in their head while they're walking their dog. They're thinking in their head of some other, just whatever. So they're not feeling the very life inside of them. Yeah. And most people are just running. They're running to work. Even when they're sitting, just relaxing on the couch, they're still in their ideas. They're still in ideas. Yeah, they might be like relaxing, but they have the TV on. They're watching the TV. Okay, they're just, people are always doing something, and they're not feeling this very aliveness that they are. God is so real. He is so present that you have to actually feel the life of him. Yeah. And it feels like so much love. Yeah. And it's what makes you up. Hello, outer space. How are you? The weather over? Yes, land. Yes. To come back. To come back to realize we are life. Yes. Did not know that, old wizard. Thank you, Marlene. Yeah, Gage was in here. Hello, 7. Outer space. Nice. Yeah. There's no such thing as outer space. All there is the space of God. Everything is God is what is alive, and everything is alive. To be dead or non-existent doesn't exist. Yeah, so they use death to scare you and of fear, because it's a great technique, you know. Yeah. It can also use to perpetuate you to your evolution. So it's yeah. Let's see. Rest and repose. Yeah. God's love is what life is. It runs everything. Yeah. If it wasn't for God's love, which comes with free will, its love is so extreme that it's allowance. That's what true love is. And he even in a devil, there's still a little bit of this love that actually powers the whole devil, because it's God's love that runs through everything. Yeah. And he made it so you can't necessarily see it. Okay, but you can actually feel it. Yeah. Justin, you're just gonna have to go out of here for your crazy talk. So see you later, man. No one in here really wants to see that. Exactly. Yeah, you have to be in the parasympathetic state. Because God has no stress. Yeah. Hello, Zen Jammin. Hello, Rose. We talked about psychedelics earlier, so yeah. I I had no clue that I was going to be talking about God and serving all of life. It wasn't like I had something, I was completely happy. I was the happiest ever before I got messed up. But yeah, in fact, I really, not that I didn't believe in God, but I didn't have proof. I more so was a skeptic. Yeah. But then one day I found out, you know what I mean? It usually doesn't happen that way. I understand that. Yeah. So most people, they have to go, you could even say I was searching, but I can tell you, you really have to search for God. It's, yeah. You have to make it your most high priority. It's all God. Yes, it is. Thank you, land. Thank you, land. Bible. Yeah, I've heard about that Sandberg. I've heard about that. The Yahweh. Let's see. Well, yeah, I mean, John Staples, thank you, but I'm just serving the Lord. It's not like I had like a plan, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. It's kind of like the opposite, to be honest. But I was always loving people, never hating, very positivity. So all these, characteristics of me built me into who you could say God wanted me to be. Yeah. So I don't have like any desires. Yeah. Even if I do, let's say I climbed Mount Everest. I don't care if I climb Mount Everest or not. If I did, then so fun, so be it. But I have nothing that I want to do selfish for my own, like, selfish. Yeah, it's because actually God is all you need, and you were a skeptic too, and Jesus brought you back in your body. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. That's a crazy, and you met him? That's a crazy story. Yeah. But my whole life is dedicated to helping people feel God and find him. Yeah. There's nothing else I want to do. Yeah. I suffer from depression. Well, that's God. I mean, that's God. That's beautiful. Yeah. Thank you for being here and telling me that. Flux, we talked about it. It's happened a couple times. Well, I'm steady in the presence of God. So I mean, we all are. But there were a few triggered experiences that established it. Yeah. Your body needs to be very still. So the mind is movement. Your mind and body have to become still. to stay in the essence of God. But truth be told, in all of my life, now that I see it and now that I realize it, it's already coming off of you. You even if you can feel it for a couple seconds. Yeah. Surrender all your ideas. Yeah. Or you can think purely. If you think of God, you would just have to really just think of God. People can't do that. It's so simple, but people can't do it because their body and mind are not still. So the Bible's really references to get your mind to still, but yeah. But there's actually breathing techniques and sounds you can do and lifestyles. So thank you, God. Jesus. Yeah. A key way would be to you want to question your own thoughts until there's nothing on your mind. And you stay aware and seeing that there's nothing on your mind. So in between your thought. And what's going to happen is you're going to feel the very life that you are. Yeah. Thank you, Midwest Mike. Well, land, Bible, yeah. I mean, I talk about other men caring about how other men look, probably because they don't have the attraction from women. That's probably why, or they're gay. So, and we, which, hey, you can do what you want. But we talked about this actually like yesterday's live, or it was actually this morning's live. We talked about people saying stuff about me. Yeah, hatred can't exist when you have love. But what I was saying is you can feel right now this, like, it's literally coming off of you. Even if you just feel it for a couple seconds and then you have a thought. But being here without thoughts, you can also, but you'll first have to be established in it. And without thoughts, and then now you're just feeling like this beam of love. Okay. But even if you have a thought, or your mind's still moving around, you still have this underlying feeling of life. It's there. Yeah. So the greatest thing is you are the observance of your thought. Just seeing your thought is already going to decrease your thoughts, like, significantly. Have you seen a man slam his cowboy hat on the floor? Jazz. I don't know the Spanish. Yeah. So people like to go against like the Buddha and things he was talking about, but he was just explaining it in another way. Because there's no separation from God. As soon as you separate something from God, then you're going to have ideas about this and judgments. And then you're going to be so caught up in the ideas of this, and it's going to separate you. So see everything as the total God. The reason why you see Buddha like basically like this is because he is feeling God. Yeah. So yeah. People like say, "Oh, Buddha." No. It's yeah. The only thing you can confirm, we talked about this earlier, outer space, yeah. A lot of people don't have that feeling of stillness though. Mm. Yeah. Thank you, Daniel. Yes, spot the Christian. Yeah, I love Christ. And I love all of life, to be honest. Like there's yeah. Thank you, outer space. Everyone has the Holy Spirit. Well, there might be slight differences between Jesus Christ, Holy Spirit, but when I say God, I'm talking Holy Spirit and Jesus Christ, and I mean all of life. So I don't go through these many names of the Lord and the Most High, and yeah, I just use God as the umbrella of everything. You can't really you can't get outside of this. It's it's funny at the most. Yeah. Really, it's just when you get caught up in thinking too much, then you're not you're not focused on the feeling of aliveliness. And some people are evil people, and I would say like 50% of the world, they're so caught up in thinking that again, they're not feeling alive, which it's happy, positivity. They're so caught up in thinking it's so funny because they think they are the thought. And you've probably had some thoughts that are not the best thoughts, but the evil people that are coming out showing their face, they think they are the thought, so that's why they'll do anything. Yeah, so they're completely disconnected from the Lord and life. The only way an evil, we want to say archon, I like that word. The only way they can really affect you is through your thoughts. Yeah. That's the truth about it. Yeah. Huh. This guy doesn't take care of himself. Okay. Hello, DNA. How could a father not love his child? That's beautiful, outer space. I'd love to hear some of your music. Just comment on like one of my videos. My chattering monkey. Well, it's great that you realize that, because most people don't even realize that. But now that you acknowledge and you just stare at it, it just really takes just some time just to stare at it. And then it will slowly diminish the more you watch it. Okay. But if you're taking drugs, drinking coffee, stressing yourself out, that disrupts the mind. So there are techniques to quiet the monkey mind, the chattering monkey. Basically, what we came here to do is to stop the chattering monkey in the head, which undoing your sins, repenting. Most of the world, you're not the only one, Gunzi. This is why all the famous musicians, they're always saying, on my mind, on my mind, on my mind. Yeah, but you're not the mind. They don't know this. It's kind of obviously too. Yeah. Because once you know that you're not the mind, then you're not even going to like associate with it. So it has no grip on you. That's why the mind changes all the time anyway. Like the ideas, your idea. You're not changing. Else you would be morphing into different animals and things. Your mind, your ideas are changing. But you're still here. The circus outside of you, the world, it's actually going on inside of you too. Wow, that's a nice frequency, outer space. Thank you, DNA. Thank you. Thank you, Guru Health. I don't really know Carl Hung. Yeah. Zhang. The shadow would just be your sins. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of time when we start living more positively or in God's will, you're kind of like, you're probably going to leave, or you may not do none of the stuff you used to do. And this can leave you confused or just like in a state of shock. Because you're not this old life. The parties, you're not who you thought you were. So I'm not sure what exactly he means though. Well, pray to all of them. Pray to whatever you're feeling most, Kathy. And have no expectation. Just completely sit there in the silence. putting your hands together calms your body down. Okay. Yeah. So, Godspeed. I don't know why you keep retracting your message. The guy from Dr. Rob, yeah, that's been brought up recently. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't really, I did a bunch of videos too of him, Dr. Rob, but I mean, yeah. Well, I didn't even watch a full. I never really watched a video of him. Yeah. So I don't really know. Not to create an idol. It depends what you are saying an idol. I'm going to scroll to the beginning of the comments. If you're calling him an idol, and also everyone is created in God's image. So people like to point fingers and say this person's evil and don't follow this person, which, I mean, put it to the test. Is that person doing evil? Do you see evil? We can't call someone evil if we don't feel that from them. It's plain and simple. Yeah, and people are like, oh, that person is evil, but how do you know? People just like to point fingers at that's blasphemy in itself. Yeah. And God created everyone in his image, so yeah, whether you see him as an idol, that's up to you. Yeah. Yeah. I think when they say idols, they mean like celebrities that they push and you know. To me, that's an idol. Yeah. Why does it feel like anxiety, a feeling of restlessness? In 9 seconds that's terrific. I mean, and I have the free course at fiz.guru, so yeah, it 100% works. Yeah, anything you love more than God. I mean, oh, hello, the Holy Land. Thank you. That's a blessing to have you. I'm scrolling to the top. Sure, yes, I believe in the Trinity. Your thoughts about the world are going to end, David. Thank you for the mustache compliment. Money is usually why people are doing evil. So a lot of these people feel what they're doing is wrong, but they don't see God. They don't see the fruits of their labor or their actions. So these people that are, hey, I'll give you $1 million to do this to, to someone at a young age. Huh. So these people know it's wrong because the feel of it is wrong, but they go against it. That's what makes them evil, by going against. it feels wrong, but you still go and do it. So that's innate to all of us. Outer space. Those people are making the choice. Yeah, and anyone who aligns with evil will, you will feel fear. Yeah, you may see, they may show you like a fake public happy face or something. No, but and then when you go against and you do these evil, you're living in fear. You will invite more fear into you. So yeah. Gang stalkers, God is always stalking you. His presence is more powerful than all the cameras, all the stalkers, all the demons. So you just want to know if God is watching you. Yeah. Which he always is. So God bless you, Kevin. Is Bill Gates? I mean, yeah. Yeah. It's not in the sense though, like, I mean, I don't know everything that I don't know everything he's doing. I don't know what yeah. But we do talk sporadically about this stuff throughout the live. Because he's so stuck in the mind, he's doing what he is valid to him and what he thinks is right. So even though he might feel fear, and God is telling him, because God is all around, he's telling him that this is wrong by the feel of it. But since we have free will, you can use your mind to ignore what feels wrong. That's why they do all these treacherous things. So, yeah. Dr. Rob is I wouldn't say that about anybody. Do you know the etymology of weird is shaper of one's own destiny? No. That's interesting. Yeah. Thank you, Daniel. Anything you use for a long time, you will do that. It's beginning to look like Christmas everywhere we go. Yeah. Thank you, David. You're totally absent? Well, that's amazing, Gunzi. Well, no signs of Z. I mean, I was always particularly like this. Okay. But it definitely it's very subtle in a sense from how I used to be. But since I died, it brought me to like the greatest peacefulness. Yeah. So when they say rest in peace, I think that's the opposition, the negative side. They're trying to make like some quirky thing about it. Rest in peace. It's true in a sense, But you want to rest. You want to be in the peace now. You don't. Why wait? You want to be stressed and chaotic all your life just so you can be at peace when you die. You see, all the negatives, they're just playing off of the fun, or yeah, they're playing off the positives. So that's all it is. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. No signs of Z. Like I said, though, I've always been very similar to this in a sense. I mean, just target. It's just as simple as just as God is present everywhere. There is a negative energy. It's just like this. When you get sad, sadness is not floating out there in Venus, though it could be. You feel the sadness right here. Okay? You feel it right here. So when you feel God, you're going to feel him right here. With the negativities in all this fallen whatever spirits and Nephilim, again, when you align your ideas with them, which would be negative ideas because they make you feel negative, then you invite what they call demons. Some are just fishy. They're not evil. They're just kind of like, mischievous. So it's not like I would say they're everywhere to some degree. And they're more present in certain spaces, but again, you're the one that really invites them, really through your thoughts. Yeah. So, and that can get really deep. But as we just shown by the examples, it happens right here. Anything you experience is always right here. So, yeah. In fact, the demons don't really affect you until you're actually thinking about them. Yeah. So until you have very negative thoughts. It's kind of funny. Yeah, the Lord of Mythinian. Well, I hope you do, old wizard. Thank you, Michael Wolf. Yeah, I mean, I do realize the blessing, and it's just, I mean, it's really between, like, I know the blessing, and it's only I guess can fully notice it. Yeah. So, but I'm just here to help you guys notice it. Yeah, it's really my life mission at this point. And so everything I do, I'm doing it. I install this. I do it with awareness. So someone could say, "Oh, he's being evil," or they'll say, let's just say how do you know you're not doing something evil or something like that, or bad? Because I'm aware. It seems tricky, like all the stuff that I've discussed today, but it's not. It's actually so simple. Yeah, it's I'm going to read some comments. Hello, Truin. We're all blessed, though. Yeah, we're all blessed. I've had the most realist dream of my life 2-3 days ago. Like, in fact, the last year, I've had the most intense dreams. And they've all been very similar in the feeling. I'm getting goosebumps. Okay. Yeah. But in the dreams, I won't go over what happened in the dreams, because what was happening outside of me in the dream was completely opposite to how I was feeling. But you could just say there was just literally like a beam of light in the dream. And I just felt this overwhelmingly love. Yeah. I've never had dreams like this my entire life. And the outside was crazy. Like, the outside was crazy. But what was happening? But I knew this in the dream. I was just feeling this. Yeah. That's beautiful outer space. Yeah, Rainy Girl. That's what I would say. That you power the dark forces by. Yeah. I've never really done medications or Benadryl. But Kevin, yes. Yes, I did, in a sense. Yeah. We're gonna go a little longer. I know it did lag out earlier, but I'm feeling I can go a little longer. You eat all the waffles? I was thinking of never eat soggy waffles. Okay. Which is the compass today. Well, sometimes you can enjoy that stuff, outer space, remnant channels. It just reconnected. That is true that they've been here for a while, Just Target. In outer space, you can enjoy anything. There's nothing wrong with watching those channels. It all depends. Are you enjoying it? And how is it making you feel? So I'm going to read some more comments. But I'm not going to be around somebody that's making me feel like I'm not there, or that's making me feel bad. So even if they're not doing it intentionally, like directly, if someone's angry all the time, I don't want to be around them. No, that's a clear indicator you should get away. The biggest one, and I won't dive deep into it, is guys and women. They do this thing where they fight with each other. Pretty much everybody that I know that's in a relationship, their whole life, they give up all their passions, their whole life for this woman or man. And everything they do evolves around this one person, which is like an idol, right? That is the definition of an idol. Their whole life, literally, all they're doing, their whole last 7 years evolves around this one person, and they're fighting. They're insecure. So if it's not making you feel right, then good. Not even what I say matters. This is God telling you, hey, this is not working out. Yeah. Does that make sense? Well, don't be angry, Kathy. Yeah. Anger and stress, you won't feel God. You can't have anger and resentment, hate, and feel God's love at the same time. You can't. Anybody that does anything evil or angry to you, they're going to have to deal with it on their own. Yeah. This is why we ask for forgiveness. Yeah. I've done it. That happened like 10 years ago, 11 years ago. Yeah. Where I asked for, I let go of all my anger. I haven't been angry in 11 years. So. Divine timing. Hello, Strawberry Mira. I don't know I wasn't there when Jesus was living his life. I only know it written by other narrations outside of his life. And if maybe Jesus, we can get to that in a second. First of all, anger doesn't feel good. So you don't want to be angry. And Jesus flipped tables. Yeah, so what? He was angry one time. But was he aware? Was it his choice? Was he putting on a show? And there's nothing wrong with Jesus getting angry. It was a story. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being angry in that case. I'm saying you shouldn't be angry. The point of that being because if you're ever angry, it feels bad. You feel lost. You don't have composure anymore. Yeah. And you're out of control. The devil is out of control. So, hello, Dawn's pitch. Dawn. Oh, James. I know people that been fighting like with their girlfriend and boyfriend for years on end. The thing is, I know it's hard at the moment, but as soon as you let it go, this is when you really get free. It's so crazy. That's beautiful, outer space. Yeah. And in fact, the ones that are causing you damage or not making you feel how you want to be felt or feel, That's because there's someone out there to make you feel like and give you what you want. But you're trying to make something work. Why? It should already be flowing and working. I've already had my God gave me one of my relationships. Yeah, when I was 15 or 17. Yeah, it was real young. This is how I learned this. I became aware of the experience. Yeah. So she taught me the lesson. Yeah. Yeah. I could go deeper into that, but we're not. Alu Gabar, no, I don't. TikTok for speaking like what? A dream that I could do what, David? If they take advantage of you, that means you have to stand up for yourself, Kathy. Take on the strength of God. And you also got to get away from those people. Yeah. God bumps. Yeah, the God bumps. Yeah, Kingless Kong, the full moon. The full moon definitely emphasizes things. That's beautiful, Michael Wolf. I'm so glad you came to that realization. Yeah. Well, personally, I wouldn't. It's only when you really start to like. I don't. Yeah, I don't even talk about that stuff. Just Target. You won't ever see me because yeah, I mean, it's only when you really start provoking them or evoking them. Personally, I wouldn't do that. I would not do that because you're just gonna have anger, and yeah, that's why I don't. Yeah. Quantum physics. We've actually been talking about this recently, or it's been brought up. Puts their attention on something. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, outer space. Focus on your thoughts not being manipulated. Don't think if something is negative, or don't pay attention to all the negativity, and then you'll start to see the light. You'll start to see the positivity. Like I'm not up here talking about, stuff in the sky. 10 years ago, 11 years ago is when I found out about that. I don't even think about it anymore. I mean, yeah, doesn't even come across my mind. If I felt God wanted me to propel and stand up for that, then I would go and do that. But other people are already doing that. Not that I'm relying on them. But I feel like all that battle is going to work out but with God and by other people. So, yeah. Let's see. We're going to be in here a little bit more. Well, do what you can about it. Well, I wasn't answering that specifically, Kathy. Why would he not make me look like that, Johnny? Yeah. Let me see. Well, you don't know the person that hacked you, so solve what you can with the bank. I mean, and maybe see ways that you could prevent that or how it happened. I want that person not to get away with this. Well, regardless, one, it's in the past. Yeah, as much as it seems. Two, you're going to have to get over it at one point, so why not now? And it's the fact that we don't want to get over it. It's the tension that we build towards it. God will handle that in itself. Yeah. So whether the person gets away, it doesn't really matter. You're still here. You're still living life. So it's not meant to be a negative, Kathy, in any way. It's actually meant to be, I've had people steal money off of me. Best friends and my own brother multiple times. Yeah. So the sooner you realize, hey, I don't have to be mad about this, is the same time you get over it. Yeah. And I'm sorry that did happen to you. And what I said, none of it was meant to be negative. Thank you, Xander. Bree, Hardacre. People say that every day, Bree. You're going to have to come with something new. You're not dragging anyone down, Kathy. Yeah, you're... I think the winner's going to be closing to over, right? Sure. Yeah, maybe they need to get away from you too. I mean... Yeah, well, TikTok just got a new owner or something, so... Yeah, you know better. You know better, so... But if it's really affecting how you feel, then you're gonna have to go, James. It's, you can look other people that you can even search other people's how they lived out when they shared kids. And I understand you do want there for the kids, but it's probably not even the best for them either. But obviously that's in your hands. Whatever that you do is the most freeing is going to be the most best for you. Hello, you are you, I am I. It's in the image of God. Um, Trump. Trump keeps saying like he doesn't mess with the Clintons, but there's parties of him with the Clintons, literally photos. So, yeah. This man says one thing and does completely the opposite action. So, I don't know because I'm not there with Trump living with him. And in fact, these celebrities and Trump himself, I would say they live most of their life in secrecy. I mean, yeah. No one even knows what these people do. When people even refer to government, I don't know anybody in the government. I haven't chilled with somebody in the government. Yeah. I haven't chilled with a scientist. I don't know any scientists. Do you? It's 120. Is that where you're from, outer space? Yeah, the world right now is, I can tell you, that's why I think God wanted me to do this specifically. But I already know, yeah, there's so much fake BS in the world, just Target. But you got someone you can trust here and someone that's truthful. I'm so real. Like there's people out there selling you packages and courses, and I'm so real that and I will and still do, if someone has something that I think that you could benefit from, I'll tell you to go spend your money there or put your attention there. Most people won't do that. Yeah. So if Eckhart Tolle or Wim Hof, if I feel they have something that you could benefit from, I'll tell you to go do it. So I mean, I definitely agree with you on that, Justin Target. Thank you, Alexander. Yeah, thank you. Take a moment to be here. That's great. You're not attached to anything. It's free. Yeah. We literally, the life lessons is we become attached to things just to really become detached from them. Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure what you're saying, Gordo Mother. Yeah, I mean the Freemasons are, they're doing what they do, like so I I would say they've always been around. Whether at one point they were smaller, and then other times like now they're probably at the biggest. So yeah. Yeah, we kind of like covered it though in the other aspects. All right, I will answer one or two more. A man can lose everything he owns. Yeah, lose nothing at all. Yeah, and I've actually lost everything in my life. So yeah, to pretty much to where I was dead. So yeah, I understand not a lot of people might have that experience and still be alive. So, but it is going to come one day. Okay. um, tetanitis. I mean, that could be a couple of things. Yeah, I'm from Pennsylvania, so I'm right next to Ohio. A lot of people, we have a lot of influx from Australia. Yeah. And I plan on going to Australia too. They're probably, yeah, I mean, there's definitely outer space. Look through your eyes. Very interesting stuff. Yeah, I mean, Trump is just, yeah, I don't even know how anybody like keeps up with all this news. Like, I don't even know how you're like living a life and just all this news. It's, I don't know. It's so much. The solar flares affect us. I actually watched a couple of videos on it today. It affects the whole reality and environment. Ten G. I did not hear that. You outer space. You are, and you'll the more that you become stillness, the more your being of feeling expands. Yeah, yeah. You're near Allentown. Nice, nice. Yeah, I know that. I think. All right. Well, hello, Amber Renee. Well, God bless all you guys. I know that we had an overwhelmingly long stay, so I appreciate all you guys. just aiming to the Lord. You guys are all blessings to this existence. Thank you all for being alive. Focus on God. Yeah, and you'll become cheerful. All your problems will fade away one by one. Okay. Not Zen jamming. Not everyone can. It takes a real evolutionized soul to. Yes, that's true. You're you, I am I. I mean, you guys really killed like the commentary today. Yeah. 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 Yeah, solar flares can be a benefit to some. They can also cause wars and upheavals. So what did you miss? You missed a whole lot. But we'll just say nothing. Thank you, Zen Jamming. Thank the Lord.